check, mic check.
Do I have a question, Dad?
Alright, so I know there's obviously some new team, new system, but you like it, played in kind of Shanahan offense pretty much your whole career. Getsy has some of those influences. Has it helped you at all with kind of picking up on offense a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit. Definitely understanding the system. It's pretty much a mix of kind of my first 3 years in the league, the Kubiak, Stefanski, and then mixing it up with Kevin O'Connell and the Wes Phillips. And so it's a big mix of those, really just the terminology, getting familiar with that, labeling certain routes a different term than what I'm used to. But it's definitely helped to have familiarity with the system.
And from your history, what's kind of the strengths of the offense you kind of bring to the table?
That Y zone is pretty hard to stop. Definitely as long as, the O-line gets running backs, we're on our tracks and stay true to our aiming points. And it's one of those things that can terrorize the defense, so I'm excited about that part.
How would you sum up what it is you bring to this offense?
Downhill, fast, and physical. That's my mindset, and I just hope that I can be a value and, pass protection, catching the ball at the backfield, and definitely in the run game as well. So, yeah, I just like to try and be as versatile as I can, be a smart player, and play downhill, fast, and physical.
I know it's OTAs, but what have you seen from Zamir?
Ownership. Yeah, he's a guy that, has been in a position similar to where I was over in Minnesota with Dalvin. And for him to have to step up and be in a different type of mindset, something that I've seen for him, just as a group, we're able to come together and have goals as a group and kind of just, love on one another, teach each other, lend a helping hand to one another. And I'm excited for this running back room.
What has the transition been like for you since coming from the Vikings to Las Vegas and being with this new team?
First thing that comes to mind, hot. I love it though. I'm from California, so it's nice to be back on the West Coast, back in the heat. But definitely the energy. Energy is different here. Love being around guys like Max, Christian. They bring a different type of mentality up front on that defensive side. We have a physical, young group of guys. Coaching staff, their energy is amazing. So I'm just extremely excited to be here.
To that, what's your first impression of Antonio Pierce when you first came in the building?
It's funny because I went to college with his son, DeAndre Pierce, and so he's the same guy that I met back in college, just now, in a different position, but same guy through and through. Nothing but respect and love for him.
Alex, you mentioned it a second ago, but you were in that same position of you were kind of a complimentary guy with Dalvin, and then you were kind of thrust into that role being the man. Like, how difficult is that process?
It's as difficult as you make it, but with the right guys, with the right group, with the right coach, it makes that process a lot easier. So for us to be able to have a good group of backs, there's some young guys in the room, but we're all relative to one another in that sense, and we help one another. If I have a question, Amir's there, Zamir's there. If he has a question, I'm here. It's one of those things where we all help each other out and learning a new system. We're all in this together, and so far it's working out, and so far we're taking those right steps in the right direction.
Alex, Zamir said you ran some pretty sweet routes, coming out of the backfield. How much do you think that can complement and, help this offense pass catching out of the backfield?
I think it's a big part of this offense. I mean, you see where Coach Getsy's been before, Aaron Jones and Montgomery, those guys and the system that they were in when he was there, catching out the backfield is a big part of this offense. So being able to do that, we all are capable of doing in that room. So I just hope that I can, be a part of that as well.
Yeah, Alex Eshelman, Channel 13. Early on, obviously, to totally comment, but how has the running back room and the quarterback room meshed so far, and what type of leadership qualities have you seen from Gardner and Heath?
We're getting that chemistry rolling, starting to get it rolling, and it's feeling good. Those off-timing throws, of course, running backs are going to be the check down that you look to when you're in a scramble. So being on the same page with those guys on where they want us at and understanding what their thought process is, that's kind of where we're at now, and learning that. And those guys are extreme leaders, on and off the field in the locker room, just chopping it up with those guys, having lunch with those guys. It's definitely one of those things you just understand where they're at mentally as far as leading this team and their goals as far as leading this team. And you can't do nothing but respect it and hop on the train.
Mental Health Awareness Month wrapping up. I love your I Am Gifted Foundation. Can you talk a little bit about that and what you've been doing throughout this month that kind of supports the mental health awareness aspect?
Yeah, so my foundation, I Am Gifted, I started because I went through my own struggles with mental health in college where I didn't know if I wanted to keep playing ball or walk away from it. But, you know, through the grace of God and through some helping hands as far as some mentors, I was able to get through and see the light at the end of the dark tunnel. And so that's where my message is just, you know, trying to do the best that I can to dig deep, find my gift, use it to embrace it, and shed light in the world. Maybe I can be that light in somebody's dark time. So a lot of things that we do with mental health emphasis is the big goal of the I Am Gifted Foundation.
All set? Sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jack Jones up next, guys.
Yeah, right? I'm like hoping my camera's fan holds out. Yeah.
No, no.
I'm hoping, huh?